Oh. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to House and Garden Flipper episode 104. I think today we're going to actually be able to finalize the Home Legends house. We're just waiting on House Flipper to flip through, take us to our office. Apparently, carrots, cucumbers, and pumpkins are ideal for a utility garden, which is not what we've created right now. We are heading in to browser, Home Admin Legends. We go to the house and we go through. That is an interesting thing. So while we wait for that to load. Okay, the student says I need a place for my books. Alrighty, we are back over here. Speaking of a place for our books, what we actually need is a place for our barbecue, which we're going to pop down out here. I might just grab the empty shot. We have a bit of a before and after thingamy going if we want. I was thinking I might put the barbecue up here, and we're going to put a small seating area here. If I can get some cafe style tables going, I'll be a happy bunny. That probably involves umbrellas, and I think I've got a nice red umbrella to go with it. So not under architecture, it's actually under furniture if I recall. Umbrellas, there we go. No, it was under tables. There is one umbrella with a table under it. There we go. So we're going to be stuck with the Numa. We're going to go with a nice raspberry. We might make the table whitewood because we have a white house. And we're going to buy a couple of these. I'm actually going to just, if I can get away with it. All right, I'm standing too far away. That's what it is. So we're going to pop one over here. You know what? We might just stick with two. Center it in front of the windows. Let's just back up a little bit. Yeah. All right. So if we're really lucky, we'll just grab this. Oh, now we look a bit more cheerful. We are going to grab ourselves some chairs. And because we have a Numa table, we might just go with a Numa chair. So we might do whitewood, raspberry seat, and we'll buy a ton of these. I'm thinking if Mr. Urko is a bit of a party animal, he's probably going to want to entertain guests, which means we just flip that so it's nice and square. Oops. Which means we want to give him some space to do that. I don't have any tall cocktail glasses or juice glasses to put on the table, but if I did, I would. And maybe one of those nice glass. Actually, you know what? We're going to need to just wriggle this over this way. Maybe one of those nice glass jugs, glass jug, and yeah, we're centering it in front of the windows just to give ourselves a little bit of space. The grass is impeding our movement, but that's fine. All right, let's get the last of these chairs in. Two more. We have eins, and over here we have zwei. And we're done. There we go. And I suppose I now have to walk around. Or bounce around like a kangaroo. There we go. Okay, table and chairs are done. That's a very brief area. Very brief entertainment area. Which means the rest of this can be for relaxation. Okay, and maybe a little bit of cookery. We are going to grab ourselves a burner, cooker, barbecue. Just trying to remember where you find them. Under recreation, if I recall. And we're going to go for the grill Vangle because it's kind of cool. And I'm actually going to turn it around so our chef isn't isolated from the rest of the party. You can kind of look out over there and see when anyone's going to sneak up and splash him. There we go. Or her, as the case may be. Alright. And we need another little table to sit by the side. So just go into furniture. There is one table that suits these things particularly well, and that would be the Mac. I'm going to leave it at brown because that will match our barbecue best. Alright, maybe I can use a different brown. No, I think it's that one. I'm wrong. Oh, seriously. Okay, so I wasn't really that wrong. What I'm trying to do is get it to match the table. This is the closest I can get. All right, so we don't have any barbecue implements to put on there, but that's okay. You know what? I think I might give him 2 tables. He can have an uncooked and a cooked table if he wants. All right, I'm not quite sure why it won't let me sit that further back. There's no real reason why it shouldn't. It just... That'll do. So there's our barbecue setup. These guys have one area to shelter from the sun in. We're going to give them a couple of lounges, and then I think we're probably going to be done with this space. Let's go with our furniture and our sun chairs. You know, I was just going to go for that, but I'm actually looking at some of these thinking they might be better. So we have a Beto or a Gabby. Thinking the Beto might be it. If I can find... Yeah, this was my problem last time. All right, let's go with that. It'll do. So basically the only way I can... Oh, I'm stuck in the pool. The only way I can get the only way I can get any red in is to have that red there. So that red there it is. Let me just make sure I've got those. Yep, they're lined up. And I'll stick this one over here. And we might as well... I know, he's not very social. We need a walk space, so I'm going to leave this space over here open. It looks really bare, but I can live with that. And I guess if we're going to have sun chairs and tall drinks and pina coladas and whatnot, we're going to need tables. So that's it. Everything's so kind of square here, so we'll just go with that. That. And I really want to put this on this side, but I may... No, I don't have to move it. There we go. All right. So we're going to go with the KISS theory here, and we're just going to keep this area really simple. So I'm going to take that shot there. And I guess we'll take this shot here. And I guess we'll take that shot there, and we're done. Okay, that's the garden. Basically you've got the garden, you've got the inside of the house, which is kind of not as light as the outside by any means. We'll just open everything up so people can wander through. So you've got your second bathroom here. It's got no toilet in it though, so we may get complaints. Basically, I couldn't fit a toilet where I can fit that sink. For some reason, it just wouldn't let itself go in. So this is our main bathroom, sauna, and that's it. We're going to go and have ourselves a bit of a a garden thing. All right, we're going to submit for garden contest. With these, you can roll your mouse over it, but don't press any mouse buttons, or you're going to end up with entering the wrong garden. We're going to go into the modern garden. So there's not too many plants, usually evergreen bushes, ornamental grass. We've got glass, metal, concrete, wood, and gravel, and there's comfortable furniture and elegant geometric forms. So I really like what they've done with that. That looks nice. So that's our contest. Our layout is not so good, so we lose points on that. But we increased the value of the house by 40%, so that's pretty good. Let's go to auction. All right, Georgia Shanwa was willing to pay us 20 grand over the base price. Not too bad. 118,000. Let's see if he's willing to negotiate. Usually he just laughs at me, but you know what? We'll go for a modest negotiation here. Maybe. Let's see what he thinks of that. So we added about another 50 grand worth of profit from the garden. and we've just negotiated another 15 grand on top. So there you go, he's quite happy. Let's accept that offer before he runs away, and we're done. So that is our house auction for what do you call it? Hopeless today. This is our house auction basically for this house. So we've got about 280 grand in the bank. That's not bad. Let's go see what other properties we have for purchase. Bunker. I've been wanting to do a bunker for a bit. Let's grab that one. We might as well buy that and get that done. Oh no, we're not going to go. Did I just hit go? I did hit go. Fine, we'll have a look at the bunker. So this part is part of the free DLC for preppers. It's not a lot to look at. And I'm actually not sure if doing the garden would be worth it for preppers. It would be nice if you did like a survival garden out here and you got points for it, but I don't think that's going to happen. So if you're going for your Steam achievements, this house starts with the masked dude at the top of the buyers list, and I found him pretty hard to sell to. So if you're doing achievements, he's not a bad one to just sell to straight up. The other thing with these houses is you don't get normal buyers added to them. So it won't matter how nicely you do the top of the house up, the families and whatnot won't actually appear. This place is atrocious. Well, it looks like we might be flipping a bunker. Let's have a look at this. Let's clean the window. I honestly don't notice a lot of difference between them, but we might as well go for, see if we can sell it to Mr. I wear a black mask and look cool. We'll give him a new door. I mean, this guy should know the value of not letting the zombies realise that anyone's in there, but they seem to appreciate bright, sparkly, clean, and whatnot. There is no garbage in here. Alrighty. Just going to grab this. We'll take it out and dump it out here. I'm sure all of this stuff will come in handy. Now, if we're going to sell it to the guy at top and still do a flip, we've got to remember that he doesn't like a lot of extra bits and bots in his bunker. He likes supplies and he likes medical kits. He likes weapons because he's a bit of a person who believes in being able to defend himself. And that's pretty much where he ends up. I don't think we're going to sell anyone these second-hand things here, simply because it would not be a good idea. So what I'm going to do with this flip is just basically run through and put in what was here already. So I'm just going to try and remember the type of sink. Oh yeah. All right. None of these guys are grumbling yet, and you won't get a lot of feedback from your buyers until you get down into the bottom of the Yeah, let's not go with the old-fashioned thing. Let's go with something a little more utilitarian. Yeah, you won't get much feedback from your buyers until you get into the bottom of your house, where the actual bunker itself is, which is also a shame, because not all of these preppers, I mean, they've all got modern lives, so you'd think that they would care about what the top of their house looks like. And if they're being particularly secretive and not wanting the neighbours to know just how prepared they are for a disaster, they would be giving points, or they should be giving points, for having a place that doesn't look like you are getting ready for a disaster. You know, or the lady who just wants the emergency, you'd think she would be giving points for having a comfortable house where she might be able to bring Mr. Prepper home before the disaster. But she doesn't seem to worry too much about that. So there's some little bits of logic that don't seem to work too well. You know what? I think these guys should have to look at their faces in the mirror in the morning, just for a sanity check. I am going to move that shelf in a minute. mind, I should probably be... There we go. Hey, I should have moved that over too. Alrighty, we'll go for the basic shower. So these flips are quite good, but they're just... You don't need to get too fancy. Just back up a little bit. Oh, okay. It does help if you unscrew the bits you want to attach the shower to, otherwise the shower is just never going to go in. Not all of them come unscrewed like they do when you're doing a commission. All right, let's assemble this place. So pretty much, yeah, with your Apocalypse DLC, it comes with 3 buyers. It comes with some new houses, but the bunker houses are limited to the buyers. The Apocalypse buyers only. What I haven't tried is seeing what happens when you put a bunker door in on a normal house, and I might actually try and remember to do that with the next house that we do, the next normal house that we do, and maybe that'll bring the bunker buyers in, but I don't think it will. Likewise, it would be interesting to see what happened if you took the bunker door off some of these things, to see if that brought your normal buyers in. Again, I don't think it does. I think these are just kind of almost standalone DLCs inside. But they do give you a bunch of new stuff that you can use in your other houses if you want to. And if you want to turn your bottom garage into a bunker, even though the prepper buyers don't come up, you still can. Alright, let's say in an apocalypse water's going to be a bit scarce, so we'll go for the more water conservative toilet. That's just weird. There we go. So yeah, so I really like this sort of variety. You know what, I don't care what sort of apocalypse you're in, you're still going to want a toilet roll holder. Maybe. I mean, you probably would rather have the paper, to be honest. There we go. And that's it. A very simple bathroom. I'm just going to tile this place with white, although that looks a little institutional, but we'll just get that in and done. Wall tiles. Yeah. Just checking, because I might want to do the floor something different. So for instance, I'm thinking we go with the square on the square. I mean, it's not that much, it's not at all any more expensive. So you can go with your black and white. Do your checkerboard. It's still the same price. Okay, except the black and white is more expensive. Let's do some of these instead, I think. There is nothing wrong with a prepper having a nice bit. So these guys basically aren't going to get excited until I move downstairs, and I just want to tidy up the top before I do. It would be nice if they kind of reacted to how we did the top, but I don't think they do. It's a bit like the garden DLC. I don't think that's going to have an effect on them either. Now the reason I'm not overly worried about putting the shower in first, this shower in first, is because I can open the door and see past the top of the shower and just tile it anyway. With some of the other showers you can't open the doors, so this is actually not an option for you. You have to be able to see above them, and they're quite tall, so you can't do that either. I just like making it pretty, to be honest. This is one of the best feature about this game is it doesn't matter whether you're doing a house for preppers or you know, or a house for a family. You're still taking something that looks like a trash heap and turning it into something that looks pretty good. And I think that's something I really enjoy about this game. It's just pretty. Take the mess and you make it all pretty. I mean, I also like the role-playing aspect of it. Is, you know, I'm doing this for an apocalypse dude. What is he going to think of a nice tidy bathroom and a bit of cleanliness. And to be honest, these people are human too, and obviously they'd like somewhere clean to live while they're waiting for disaster to strike. Maybe. I could be wrong. Alrighty, we have this bit done. And we are going to put a door on here. If I had the option, we would just be fitting solid core doors all the way through, as opposed to these hollow ones, simply because you kind of want to have a good solid door inside a prepper house. If you're expecting a disaster in the world to turn nasty, you don't want it to be accessible, right? Which reminds me, we probably need some toilet rolls up here too. So down to your occasional. Yeah, not down to your occasional. What am I thinking? Into your Apocalypse tab. There you go. I'm just trying to remember where it goes. Toilet paper is in equipment. There we go. Now you can't stack the toilet paper very well. Pretty sure I can't put that on top. Yeah, it won't let you put the toilet paper on top. So you're just going to have to put up with rolls of toilet paper that don't stack. But there we go. That's done. It needs a light. It also needs a generator and some solar equipment. But again, that won't count until you're down underground. So grab your ceiling lamp. Let's just go with that one. They're cheaper to run. At least I think they're cheaper to run. Where's the light switch? Yep. And we have the light switch. There's our bunker done. Okay. Time check. Oh God. I'm very tempted to sell the car. But I mean, if he wants a getaway vehicle, that's not going to go down very well. So we might just let it sit there. Take up a bit of space. All right. And go for closed blinds in here, because who wants anyone peering in your windows? Assemble that. And a bit of paint. No, not a bit of paint, because painting over it won't matter. There we go. Apparently I've still got dirt here somewhere. There we go. Alright, sometimes if you're stuck for dirt, just clean the shelves. There we are. Spare tyres are always good. We'll leave them for our Apocalypse dude or dudette to have on hand. Hopefully they fit the car. We are going to clean that fridge up because anything that manky on the outside is probably not that great on the inside. So there we go. I think everyone's happy. I noticed a little bit of customer movement there with the cleaning happening on top, but whether that was because I'd actually gone into the bunker area or not is another matter. So we give them their privacy. That's kind of important. Okay. Finish cleaning up the windows. Yes, I am procrastinating about going down into the bunker. Why do you ask? All right, we'll go down and give the bunker a quick clean, and then I might leave furnishing this. Actually, this space isn't going to take much to furnish. All right. We'll take the supplies downstairs as well. Okay, we have a whatever that's called couch. Let's see if we can remember. And a rug. So, okay. I haven't got any color preferences for these guys and gals, so, and a normal fridge. So we will see what we can do with this. Basically what they like is sofas, that, really? Alright, so this space we're not going to do blue. Don't know about white. We might do a nice light grey. We could do a dark grey. Let's go with light grey. Although that's going to be almost as horrible to keep clean as white, so heaven knows. We're also going to dump down a rug. The last rug was red, but I'm thinking we might stick with our grey motif and we might just grab a grey rug. And it's not a lot of those. I mean, you can either go with the huge grey rug. You know what, that's not a bad option. Let's do that. Now, yeah. Just going to grab this thing. And we might just pop it here. And we might just get rid of that stuff on the floor. There we go. Okay. And then it's just a matter of tidying everything up. So, for instance, these things, and I like to be able to use the top shelf, which I can't do if I can't see it. So you just jump up on the table or something, and you can pretty much stack everything there is to stack. Love the reach on this. Around, I guess if I was feeling fussy, I would just pop that up there, move that over there. It's prettier with the alternating colours. Alrighty. So I'm just using shift scroll wheel on the mouse to get it to wriggle things over and to do that right angle turn and straighten things out. So pretty much everything fine, most things. Get a quick clean. Just pop that down there for a minute. They'll probably end up going downstairs. Yeah, that's what I thought. But these bits and bobs, they might as well stay up in the garage for as long as they're needed. And these bits and bobs will end up downstairs as well, unless I feel like I can't stack them. That's annoying. Alright, where's that shelf? Not too bad. We'll add another shelf in. Actually, we might add a small table in just because I can. So we'll go with furniture, go with tables, and we'll find one of those little square tables, a bit like that. Make it grey. Stick that in there. We put a lamp in there because who wants to sit in the dark when they've got stuff to do? So we'll go with that one. And who's scared of a bit of colour? We'll just make that matching with his environment. Okay. It's ironic actually that you've got the good hard work picture sitting above a couch in front of a television. Kind of, you know, oops. Alrighty. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to move. I'm going to put an Anna in. So we're going to go with the TV stand Anna. Going to make it white probably. Yeah, make it white. It's more storage and it's also a slightly bigger barrier for people who might otherwise walk into it. let's just grab that, pull it onto the carpet. At the moment this still registers as a garage. Okay, so now they've got their own little space. That looks a lot tidier than it did. These will probably end up downstairs. Actually, you know what? I'm thinking they'll definitely end up downstairs. Oh, wow. Can I hang that? Why can't I move that? No, I can hang it. Okay. Let's just... I need this. Basically, I can't hang it till I can see the shelf. So what I'm going to do is grab it again. It's going to automatically turn up, which is just irritating because I can't put it anywhere. I'm going to step up onto that. We're going to turn it. Oops. It's not going to let me hang it up there. Okay. Alright, let's just jump up here and see if we can hang it off the edge. No, this is one of those little objects I can't do anything with, isn't it? Fine, alright, it gets to stay where it is even if it drives me crazy. We're just going to straighten these up. We are going to move one of those tables over to here so I can put the shelf in the corner, and I'm not going to move all of these boxes an incredible distance. I'm just going to stuff them over here. Just grab that one and we'll stick that in there, and we'll get that one. All right. They can stay there. Just going to grab that, whatever it is. That looks exciting. Pop it over there. And we'll move this over here. Ah, fine. I want to move this, and if I move it, all of those tools are going to end up on the floor, which is annoying, but that's the way it is. And that's in the way. Alright, so an object on the floor can actually make your life awkward. That's right, I can't move that. That's annoying. Alright, we're not going to move these things very far. We're just going to dump them up on this shelf. That's probably trashed. Yeah. That there. Alright, so now he's got a bit of workshop ability. That's pretty good. So we'll dump all these tools on one spot, or all her tools on one spot. It depends on who wants it. Something strikes me as Mrs. I want to find Mr. Survival is probably not going to end up using a lot of these. But I could be wrong. I mean, she might want to be impressing Mr. Survival to start with, in which case she might very well know how to use these if she's smart. Okay. All right, let's see if we can just wriggle this thing over without dumping all the tires on our head. Okay, it's not going to happen because that rake, you know what, that rake has given me the errors once too often. can so too. Alright, and so what I want to do is move this there so that I can move this. Oh god, here we go again with the tools. I want to move it here. I don't know why it's not letting me. Alright, whatever. Let's just grab this one and we're going to stick it over in this corner. Yeah, that's not happening. Why is that not happening? Technically, I should be able to move this about an inch. Alright, it's not going to let me do it. That's fine. Let's just grab this thing. Oops. Keep it under the table. We'll put a radiator in to keep people warm at night or in the morning, whenever it's cold. So we'll install that, assemble it. Right, grab this monstrosity. See, if I could move the other one about an inch over, which is what I want to do, I would have a little bit more space here, but for some reason it doesn't want to go, so that's okay. Let's just grab this microwave down before I dump it somewhere. I don't want to dump it. And the peanut butter. All the peanut butter. Alrighty. You know what? I really don't like the grubby table. Let's get rid of the grubby table. And we'll put a nice tidy new one in. What am I doing? Furniture and tables. We might go for a limb. It's slender and will fit in that space, and I can make it grey to match the sofa. Well, kind of. And it's also not a bad spot to put. It's a terrible spot to put a microwave. That's tiny. But we'll remember that for downstairs. Simple, was it? Yeah, there we go. Actually, I don't see why the microwave can't sit up here. Along with its friend, the peanut butter jar. And its other friend, the can of ravioli. Right. Alright, here's a table. Here's a thing. Here's a hoe in his living room. Let's just swish that round there. It can stay over there. That's it. Pretty much the only other thing I want to do. And I don't really want to do it, but I want to tidy that lot up. We might just take the easy way out. Okay, the easy way out would be to sell it all, but I'm not going to do that. The next easy way out, which is just to put these bits and bobs on the nearest shelf so we don't have to do too much running back and forward. Here we go. Flip it, dump it down, flip that. Go with that. And this one. That's right. Not quite sure why they want their files here, but that's okay. We'll do that too. Pop that up the top. And we're good. That space is tidier. I just need to paint it. Actually, we'll grab that shovel. That probably doesn't belong there. All right. It's better than it was, and we haven't changed the basic, too much of the basic design or layout. It's cleaner. Just got to work out what I want to do with the floor. So the floor should be relatively simple. We might just Yeah, there's nothing really we want to put in there. So let's grab our floor tiles, and we'll grab our ceramic tiles grey because it looks like concrete. There is no concrete option. And because that doesn't affect anything else, because the bathroom floor tiles are also grey, so it doesn't matter if I went over the top of that. Alright, that's that. We're going to paint this place with a really light silver, probably the silver glacier, because it's a good colour, basically. Go to there. Alright, so we'll get this bit done. So this is the top of our bunker. We're going to head down and have a quick look downstairs. It's 40 minutes, so we'll probably stop at that point. But this top space is pretty much done. There we go with that. And away we go with this. All right. So I haven't put a bed up here, and I'm actually just wondering if I'm going to get away with putting one downstairs, but we're going to try. The female prepper, she likes her double bed, which is always a menace to try and fit in. The male prepper with the beard has a family, so he likes having his bunk beds and a space for them. The guy at the top is like, even a toilet is too much, which I'm not sure if I believe him on that, but we will see. But like I said, if you're doing your Steam achievements and you didn't want to bother too much, you could just skip all of this and sell it to the guy at the top. I went through the whole prepping bit and changed it, and I found he was quite difficult to sell to because he's got some interesting requirements. So this time round, I'm going to try and sell it to him, but I'm still going to do a prep. And also, if you're just going to turn something over to the top buyer, you can just clean it. All right, that one's empty. So I'm noticing that they're all getting a bit grumpy if we have untidy stuff at the top, which is kind of good to know because I didn't think they cared at all. And I didn't notice that they cared at all last time I did it, so maybe that's changed or maybe I just didn't notice. So we'll give this a good spruce up, and that should help out with our buying price, regardless. It's still a man cave. Here we go. But the bunkers are fiddly. Once you get downstairs, you'll see what I mean. You can either recycle a lot of the stuff that you see down there, or you can sell it and then buy it and put it all back up again. It just depends on how much time you want to spend with them. So we'll just get that done there. I am going to have to not be lazy. And I'm going to have to move these tyres. I don't feel like moving the tyres, but okay. Ah, this is trouble on a stick. But I've got long arms and we're good. Let's just crouch, C for crouch. Now I can fit that tyre in and I can still reach the tyre up there, so we're good. Nope, it's not going to let me. Okay. And C to uncrouch. Alright, where's that paint? Okay, cool. All of that just to move. Paint two spaces. It's insane. Okay. So this is our upstairs floor. I have forgotten to put the fridge back in, so we'll deal with that right now. Just go down to electronic equipment, home appliances, grab your mono. There we go. Now it matches the couch. And we're good. I might actually put a chair in there. We might go with the oh, its name escapes me. It's this one, the Ingolf. You never know, he might have a friend over to help him with his car. We might just chuck another chair in case. Alright, that's him done. Down here, which is what we'll get stuck into next session, is the bunker. So we got a ton of cleaning to do. Oh god. I think we've got roaches to deal with. We'll deal with them. They won't take that long. Yeah, there's roaches. No worries. There's food everywhere. It's not a surprise. Got a bit of a bathroom in here. Okay, that's it. The dirt's got to me. And the cobwebs. You and your friends. Here we are. Alrighty. I know, I can't get rid of the dirt until I get rid of the cockroaches, but we will give this a basic spruce up. Down into here. Alright, I'm not quite sure where that dirt was, but it was there. For some reason I think I need the hose in here. That's funny. There's my dark blotches. Good, we're done with that. Here's my entry. With the entry we're going to have to be careful what we put in, so that we don't get stuck in the on the ladder. Okay. Oh yeah, boxes. Alright, and that means... Alright, so basically what we've got down here is we've got a big mess down here to clean up. And that's about it. We're going to have to furnish and put everything in here. Oops. And we've already done the top. Okay, so that's where we're going to leave it for the day. I will catch you all tomorrow. Hopefully a little bit earlier today. I actually had some writing to do, so I got my words done before I started. But there's our space. Thanks for hanging with me, guys. I'll catch you later.